So how are you?
We're really good. We're having an amazing time.
Yeah, we're having a really amazing time. We're a little bit washed out from the journey down here, but
we didn't sleep last night.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, if you put that in context, then I think we'd say this was worth it.
Definitely worth it.
We had a few reservations, especially since the band that were before us, Soul Collector, had a bit of issues, and we had to run around a little bit for equipment and things. But it was quite encouraging the way that we responded. I think we dealt with those kind of issues quite well, and then we went on to have, I think, probably we can count as our best show.
Yeah, it was definitely our best.
And there was such a nice response that we find, especially from Europeans, we find this a lot, just a lot of appreciation, a lot of enthusiasm.
It's mind-blowing, actually. It's really
it's
cool.
a little bit,
We feel a bit shell-shocked by how what a good response we've had.
Yeah.
So first show outside the UK.
Yep.
And for the first time of the Kraken. So
yeah, absolutely.
How was that?
Well, just amazing, brilliant. It's like a dream come true, really. To play abroad, because we're still quite new, so we've just been playing lots of local gigs in the UK. So it's like going from here to here.
Yeah, there was a big step up. So we're playing. We're happy if there's 20 people, 30 people in a small room.
So to play that big stage was a bit of a dream.
The sound was really good. I think our drummer, who unfortunately isn't here, he had a very good time.
Oh, he really enjoyed playing that drum kit.
You could hear it downstairs. He had the kick drum.
Yeah.
He was having a whale of time just going around the kit.
And cool. The whole festival was great. The band's been really good.
Yeah, that's another thing.
The organisation has been really, really good.
Yeah, that's another thing as well, is that the opportunity to meet better bands in the same genre.
Yeah.
And hopefully make connections and just show your face. And we've had 2 people buy T-shirts, and that's a really cool thing to have other people wear your T-shirt and who aren't your friends. I hope that I meet them 2 years, 3 years down the line, just randomly, and I go, oh, you're wearing the T-shirt. It's
yeah, that's cool.
Because it's a really nice T-shirt. I mean, it's really well designed.
Our friend designed the logo.
Yeah, it was cool.
We feel very lucky, don't we? We really have to thank David Homer from Apparition, because our connection with him is how we have been able to get this gig, and he's been very supportive to us. Yeah,
what's also quite instructive is how small and tight the female-fronted metal scene is. I didn't realise it. I knew that it was quite specific, but I didn't realise how.
Well, it wasn't really. We went to see Dames of Darkness Festival, which Wisdom and Xylia played at.
Yeah.
And so we kind of, because we were quite new to the scene, wanted to go and see a fully big lineup of our type of music.
Yeah, to go and see our peers.
Very often we don't see that at all. We play with a real mixture of bands, and which is nice. Nothing wrong with that. But it's good to really kind of see what is out there and how do we fare, and
to see where you are in the
what do we need to do, and get some ideas and all that stuff. And that's where we then met David and some of the other bands, and it's all kind of really
snowballed
since
this,
last May. This May.
Okay, what's this May?
Yeah, so it's really fun.
Yeah, time is moving on fast.
We've loved it.
So you say you play in a genre that's called female-fronted metal. Do you think that some band find it's great because thanks to that there's festivals like Dam of Darkness or the Metal Female vs. Space? Yeah. But some of the bands don't like it because it's reduced the genre just to the singer.
Yeah, I think that's really true. I think we actually don't really think of ourselves as female-fronted. We appreciate that we are, but
it's quite difficult to
we just think of ourselves as melodic metal.
There is this strange thing. I mean, I have this theory that as soon as you get a woman in your band, because the metal scene is so male-driven, if you get a woman in your band, no matter what her skill level is, it automatically kind of increases your attendance, your interest rating. So that's what I kind of want to avoid. I don't want to just be thought of
because of.
Yeah, I don't want to just think that But then I think we can completely avoid that trap because we have someone who can actually do her job right. We have someone who can actually sing. So I think we get past that trap of being shoehorned into the genre of
And I think
female-fronted.
all the bands that are here and all the bands that were at Dames of Darkness are definitely the same. They're all amazing.
Yeah, I wasn't trying
but there are a
denigrate them at
few
all.
locally to us, that are a little bit weaker, and it's more like a trophy, front person.
You get the impression that they have brought in a woman just because.
It shouldn't matter what sex you are. It should just be about the quality of the music. So it's difficult because in a way the female thing is good because it helps to sell it.
I would rather say that we are soprano fronted because that makes a statement that yes, okay, we've made this music because you have a certain type of voice. It just happens to be the sopranos, and there's something.
I think the reason people like our songs a lot of the time is actually just because they're interesting songs that you've written. So I would want that to be the reason why people like the music. Well,
I don't really care what the reason is. I mean, if they like it, they like it.
Oh no, absolutely.
That's okay.
You don't want it,
No matter where the inspiration comes from for them liking it. I just had a really good conversation down at the merch store. Like just two people came across and in broken French and English translation, they just said that they're really big fans. That's the first time they've ever seen us.
I know. I've had loads of conversations like that today. I've just been like,
it's a dizzying feeling.
What?
Like these songs that you've written in your bedroom, at 11 o'clock at night, no one's around, you feel a bit depressed, and then you suddenly get to play them in a venue like this with a sound like this.
That's the thing
with
that's
other
so
bands
amazing.
that are made up of your peers.
It was such a high today because I love gigging wherever we play, but today we sort of just had the format and the materials at our disposal to make it sound like we want it to sound. Whereas often we're playing in a smaller place and it sounds okay, but today it really sounded like it intended to sound.
Yeah, it was
that
a culmination
was really
of a lot of months of hard work, especially our keyboardist who's only
she's had like 5 rehearsals with us or something.
She spent a lot of time just learning all of the songs. She made a couple of mistakes, but she'll get better, and eventually we will reach the stage where we have the sound that we want, and we're a match for any of the bands that we're playing tonight, possibly.
That's quite a big statement.
Well, that's why I clarified it by saying possibly. Maybe in our dreams, maybe.
Well, we had a little dream come true today. So
let's not get greedy, eh?
Yeah.
What do you think is the most puncher, the melody or the lyrics?
Oh.
That's going to have to be a boring answer, isn't it?
That is difficult.
Well, actually, no. Let's try and make this interesting. I would say that it's the melody.
Yeah, so would I. On the whole, in this kind of music, which is always very loud, I think it's a melody. But
because no one hears you.
When it's recorded, and when people are able to really listen, and obviously the lyrics they're very important and they're important for the singer. I think they're more important for the singer than for anyone else in the band because the singer has to emote what they're talking about. You've actually got to care about what you're singing.
For that reason alone, I think that's.
But then that produces the performance for the audience. So even if they can't hear or they don't understand what you're saying,
but we definitely work on the melody
that they are
and
meaningful. But we always start with melody. Well, generally
start with melody.
Because it's easier that way, really, that's how it happens.
And where do you find your inspiration?
Our inspiration? All over the place. Quite a few of the songs are quite personal to me, so things I was going through at the time or thinking about. Other ones, we're quite silly, aren't we? We're quite light-hearted, so quite a few of our songs are just, I really fancy doing a Viking song, or I fancy doing a pirate lesbian song.
Yeah,
literally that flippant.
in terms
and
of
having a great idea and then having that theme and then coming up with some really fun lyrics around that theme.
Yeah, in terms of other metal bands and other guitarists, I really like In Flames, I really like Dark Tranquillity, I really like Nightwish, their recent stuff especially because I think they've stepped up in their songwriting and their use of production, which I really admire. Other than that, I just think whatever comes to us, we put down. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah.
We've got a long way to go in this sort of way because as you said, we're taking inspiration from different places. Like we're going to do a Nightwish chorus here, then we're going to follow it by an In Flames riff. Where we would like to get to the stage where we're just, oh look, we sound like us.
Well,
which is kind of the point.
I think we do to a big extent because I don't have much of a background in metal from before I met Dan. So when we started writing songs,
that works with us, I think. That works
when we started writing songs, I didn't have any real influences, so it was just literally what I thought would sound nice or whatever. Or my influences would be from what I had done. A lot of choral music, a lot of classical music. So I think it's nice to just draw on all different areas, really.
Yeah, but you can't really like phone up Bach. And
no, you can't. But you can tune into a certain way that melodies and chords work and channel that a bit.
So if you could make a big tour, which band would you choose to tour with you?
Which band, if we've got to be talking?
I would probably choose Apparition, definitely, just because they're really fun people to be around, and they've got like a good following. And I would like them to have a more like solidified lineup. To get that stage where they actually have like a bunch of musicians who are in a band rather than individual musicians who just come in so often. I also quite like the band who's playing now.
Isalia. Yeah, they're good. Very good.
Just because if you just go anywhere with Jamie Lee Smith, it sort of elevates you a little bit. Oh, cool. Yeah, right. I can do whatever I want with Jamie. Of course, I have to say that because her mum put this stuff on, and she
if I was going to think high, it would have to be Delane or Epica.
Okay. We didn't go into that. You go into stratosphere.
That's like Woo,
yeah, reach for the clouds.
But we know some good local bands as well, like Remnant.
Yeah, Remnant are pretty.
Remnant are a local band to us. They're male and female vocalists, and they're really good.
I mean, if I had to dream, I'd probably go for one of like Delane or Within Temptation, one of those other type female-fronted band type stuff. But that's a very dangerous avenue of thoughts to go down, because then you start going, right, maybe I could. Then you start changing the way you write in order to get to some place.
No, we should do that.
A few bands now are starting using crowdfunding sites like Kickstarter or Indiegogo to fund their next album. What do you think about that?
I think it's great if...
Is that like peer funding?
Yeah.
That way people pledge money and then they buy it.
Well, I think it's great if you want to achieve a certain aim. I think this is a band's idea, is that we're not disinterested in making it big. It's just that it's not our main aim to try and get other people to fund our stuff. But I think if you're in a band where you genuinely, that's all you want to do is in life, is you want to become a major player in the music industry, I think it's a great idea. And I've seen it work very well for some other bands in the scene.
We need to actually get an album or an EP.
Well, first we need to do the 1, 2, 3 before we go straight to the 4. But it's a great idea, and I've seen it being used quite successfully in different avenues of things.
Talking about album, what do you think is the best? The MP3 platform like iTunes, the CD, or the old school with the vinyl?
I'm going to really annoy my friend Joe by saying that I quite like the download stuff. I think it's so much easier and so much better. And I think if people aren't going to buy CDs, you have to go down the Tool route, where you make or the Tool or Radiohead route, where you make a very good product, like with liner notes, with poems, with extra content, so that it actually pays to pay that extra bit of money. What I quite like the idea of doing is making an album and then just saying, okay, right, here it is, guys, you pay what you want for this.
A lot of bands have done that.
I think that's great, because that you completely avoid hubris in that way, because you're being financially judged on how good your music is by the people who are into your music. And then then they get to rate you for. It usually works out about 5-6 quid an album, which is fine. It covers costs. And I think that's a much better way of going down it. But I know some people really like the CD.
There is something nice about holding a CD.
Yeah, not really. It just weighs more.
Yeah.
You can have a hard drive with.
And a lot of people have all their CDs and then put them all on the iPod anyway. So you
I haven't got the time for that. I've got to go and do stuff. I've got to see people. There's some guy over there. I've got to go
Things
see.
to do.
I've got to go match socks and do ironing before that happens.
My best friend Christian, what's your favorite cake?
Oh, cake. I love cake. My favourite cake. I have two, really.
What, on you?
No, two favourites. Probably coffee and walnut. It's my absolute favourite. I also really like lemon drizzle cake.
Yeah,
Do you know those? Yeah. Oh, you have lemon drizzle then.
Well, I'm not a huge cake fan.
Yeah, but you have to have one. So.
Do I have to?
Yeah. So you have lemon drizzle.
I'll have the cake that if you eat it, you can have it all.
Oh, look, I'm not sure that exists.
It's a philosophical answer. I'm having my cake and eat it.
Fair enough.
Next time now.
Yeah.
Next time I tell you. What's the craziest or funniest thing a fan did for you?
Oh gosh. Do you know what? We haven't been on the scene very long and we haven't got millions of fans, but the very first time we've ever played a gig, I remember this guy came up and he'd drawn me while I was playing like a sketch and then asked me to sign it. So that was quite unusual. It was quite good.
Yeah,
Do you remember that?
I do remember that. I remember bridling a bit and going, this is okay, come close. Get away. Because, I know what blokes think about when they're looking at attractive women singing. So I'm a little bit sort of cynical when people do this. It's got better, I think.
Yeah, no one's offered to do that again.
Yes. Meeting the people here, I can actually understand that people genuinely like.
They appreciate the actual music.
Yeah, for the sake of what it is, not just because it's got a woman in it.
I think that's true.
So I mean, that's just has to be my problem. But yeah, that was cool.
Someone wanted us to sign one of our set lists once. That was cool.
Oh yeah, down the
Which was very odd because it was just a tiny little gig and it's
She
scrappy
came
old
up
piece of
all
paper.
breathless.
She was like, oh my god, will you sign? So I just find all that just so strange. I'm not used to fan behaviour at all.
I think that's
Because to
kind
us,
of cool.
it's just like
But I think that's kind
our
of cool.
crazy stuff we've been doing for years, and it's just amazing.
I think if you adopt that attitude, I think that's the best way to be. I don't think you should get used to people coming up to you
but I don't know
saying how good you performed and stuff. You take it with a healthy dose of cynicism.
Well.
Like if you didn't perform well, I think you should.
They wouldn't say anything. Probably not. They don't come up and go, "Thought your set was shit."
Yes.
Do they really?
Yeah, people don't say that. And if they do say that, you just go, "Oh, thank you. I'll take those comments under advisement. We'll review it in the committee and get back to you."
Talking about advice, what piece of advice would you give to a new singer or musician?
I would say for a singer
Or musician?
Well, I'm going to talk I know singing more than I do like guitaring. I would say join a choir. It gives you a good exposure to classical music without having to go and search for it and seek for it, and also get some singing lessons. Just to learn the basics, learn how to control your breathing, learn how to use support. A lot of
because if you have a good grounding in technique, you can then play with that. Once you've mastered that, you can pick it up and drop it and engage it where you need to, and you do a different style where you need to. So it gives you, if you don't have that grounding of being able to produce a really consistent sound in the first place, A, you're likely to not sound as good, and B, you're likely to potentially damage your voice. So
and also,
I think so a little bit of like proper training in how to sing is really
and also just in a general way, just in a general approach, have some humility. Don't be put off by realising that someone is better than you.
No.
Look at why they're better.
And do what you...
And don't just like shy away from him or try to make up vicious rumours that they're a bloke or anything.
I would say be yourself is really important. Do what you feel, just what you just feel you want to do. Don't actually be too worried about any influences or comparing yourself to others, because otherwise you might not produce the thing that could just sort of naturally happen. And I think that's
don't try to make
that's
music.
the most important thing.
Don't make
get
music
a unique sound.
Don't make music to be popular. Just
no, make it. If
make
you
it
think
as best
it's
you can.
credible,
The other popular stuff will happen, I guess.
Well, some people will like it, some people won't.
Yeah.
You know. And if everyone makes stuff that the majority likes, it would all be the same.
Yeah, it would be very
It'd just all be pop music.
Also, listen to the people who criticise you a little bit more and give them a little bit more attention. But it's quite, it takes a bit of effort for someone to come up to you and tell you, oh, that was really good, but, and then
give you some constructive.
Yeah, and if it's constructive, then fine. If it's just slagging you off, then just go, thanks, I'll just see you in hell, or meet you there. But if there's something that chimes inside of you that makes them seem like they're having a decent point, then yeah, take it on board and learn from it.
Definitely.
Have some humility.
Well, thanks a lot.
No, thank
Any
you.
last word for you new fans and my readers?
Oh well, hope you like our music and hope to see you again
I don't know why I'm looking at the recorder as if the fans are inside it. Oh, there. I don't know. Yeah, we should be looking over there.
Hi, we're Incarnadine Coven.
We're Incarnadine. Should we do the thing?
It's a bit hard to say you do. What can we?
Incarnadine.
Okay, hold on.
Start.
We're
Incarnadine Coven.
Anyway, yeah, check us out on Facebook. Just search for Incarnadine Coven. By the way, it means blood red, if you're wondering what it means. And you can hear our music on there. And
we'll try and get a CD out for you guys soon, because we're working on that. That's definitely what we need.
And we hope to come to Europe again soon.
Oh, yeah,
it's been
definitely.
really good.
Love this place.
Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you very much for your time.